All right, I'll take some headlines now from the cable NG. Before we delve into the analysis of the headlines quickly, ECOWAS to Niger junta, listen to voice of reason. Military options still on the table. That's the major one from the cable NG this morning. Business, Nigeria's GDP growth slows to 2.51 percent over challenging economic conditions. Federal government Port Harcourt refinery will begin operations by December. Tinubu appoints Dekalu Thomas as MD of NELMCO. Elsewhere, Tinubu, we must review salaries of judicial officers to fight corruption. ECOWAS to Niger junta already took that already. Measures to prevent in place to prevent entry of new COVID variant into Nigeria, says Port Health Services. All right, it's time to delve into the headlines. Of course, the analysis of the headlines now. And to do that with me this morning, I have with me Dr. Oluremi Fashola. She's going to be helping us with the analysis of the headlines this morning. Good morning, Doctor. Hello?
Good morning.
Good.
Morning, Kenya. I can hear you.
All right, good morning. It's great to have you on the program this morning, Ma. All right, let's delve
My
into
pleasure. Thank you.
All right, let's delve into some of the stories. I'd like to start off with this one. It has to do with the news that the Port Harcourt refinery will begin operations in December. The federal government has recently said, we hear that the Minister of State for Petroleum recently announced that the Port Harcourt refinery would begin operations in December of this year. Now, is this something that Nigerians can be excited about, this particular news, or should we be cautiously optimistic, seeing as our hopes have been dashed in the past when it comes to refineries announcements like this and all of that? What do you have to say? All right, are you there? All right, it looks like we're struggling to connect there.
Yes, I changed my location.
Okay, we'll try to work on that. But in the meantime, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, much better, much better.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure if you heard my question initially. Should I go over it again? So,
I was just trying to change. I'm changing my location. Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Oh, good. I had to go to my balcony. I said I would say amen to the fact that the Port Harcourt refinery will be coming back live because it's been dead, like all our refineries. And I just wonder why we have not been able to handle the issue of refineries. It's not rocket science. But out of a lack of political will, we are where we are. We can only keep our fingers crossed and hope that the new government is ready and able to kill corruption.
Right.
Because if you don't kill corruption, I hope corruption will not kill this country. We can only keep our fingers crossed. But I tell you, Nigerians are holding their breath and they're not excited about it. At least I am not. And I haven't seen any excitement out there.
Right.
That's it.
Okay, what do you think should be done? You said it's not rocket science. Fixing the refineries. Why is it that government is struggling with this? And what can be done if you were in that position to, say, influence decisions as to fixing refineries and all of that? What can be done to ensure that this is for once tidied up and we get it right once and for all in our in our national life, as it were.
I'm not one to put myself in a situation that I'm not in. Number one, I'm not a petroleum engineer.
Right.
But I tell you, we have so many experts in this country. At least we have so many Nigerians doing so well in this field outside the country. Having refineries is the number one most important thing for a nation that has crude oil. Exporting crude oil is like not adding value to anything. You can't even add value to even your own life. You now take out crude and import refined petroleum. Who does that? And that is what Nigeria has been doing for God knows how many years. People are earning money in those refineries that are not producing anything. Where does that happen? People that you are not producing anything, yet you are earning money. As a matter of fact, I think the whole refineries should be sold and used to build one, because we're not making money from this thing. They're outdated, they're obsolete,
Right.
and yet they're coming to tell us. At times I feel that they feel we are idiots and they can just give them this and let them go run with it. It's not fair. The Nigerian masses, we have oil for God's sake, and we cannot have the benefit of having natural resources given to us by God. We cannot enjoy the full benefits of it. I think it's been wickedness all along. It's not fair. But if I were to be in that position sincerely, I would at least try to get one working. You might not be able to do much,
Right.
but there would be some cushioning effects. That's what I would have done.
Okay.
And I hope that this time the government is serious about reviving the refineries one after the other.
Okay, we'll take another story now. It's sort of related, talking about the fairness or unfairness of things. The Enugu government has threatened to clamp down on petrol stations over meter manipulation. They're saying that a lot of these filling stations are exploiting motorists and other users of the petroleum products. This is exactly not particular to Enugu. Of course, you know that, and the question now is how does government address this? This share exploitation. We have a situation where the fuel price has been hiked. People are struggling to pay, and on top of that, some filling stations are still altering their meters.
It's not some filling stations. Most filling stations have 40 meters programmed into their meters, into their machines, even before installation. Before installation. If you don't kill corruption, corruption is going to kill this country. That's why we are where we are. So for Enugu state government to say it's just going to be more food for some boys, is it not government officials or human beings that will go and monitor the stations? Then you come in and somebody gives you some money. What are we talking about?
Mm.
Nigerians just need to be helpful to ourselves. We need to just be God-fearing. Fear of God, honestly, is missing in our society. And people go back to church to give tithes and offerings from illicit and illegally made wealth. The officials are just going to make more money until we are ready. But you see, for me, that is easy. All you need to do, if people don't patronize them, then they will go out of market. It's beginning to happen. Now that fuel is 580, 600, look at where the micro riders are buying fuel. You think they buy fuel in just any station? No. They will buy from the stations that have good meters. Haven't you noticed that?
Mm.
Some fuel stations are only going to be selling to neighborhood houses because they're going to buy. How many people are even buying fuel into their generator? How much noise do you hear at night when they take off light, when there is no light? People are not putting on generators any longer. Haven't you noticed?
Right.
We are getting there. I'm telling you, even the market, fuel attendants are beginning to lose jobs because it's not as good as it used to be. We will get there. We will be all right. I'm telling you. But I hope they have the political will to do as they have said and really clamp down on fuel stations with manipulated meters and be ready to clamp down on their officials that they're going to send out to clamp down on those stations. That's just it. It's just going to be, we are a roller coaster nation. Everything just going around in circles. So people are going to get rich even from this policy. Because the owners of filling stations are going to start bribing. They have to be in business. And anyway, what do you control when you don't have control? The main thing about this thing is let the fuel just be available and at good cost. Everybody is feeling the pinch. It's not fair on Nigerians. Thank you.
Okay. The next question for me now is our value system. Where have we gotten it wrong? That people will still see the need to, go with a thing like this where you're exploiting people and just do it without care. What needs to be done to correct our value system? Where did we go wrong in this regard? Where that compassion is lacking and missing from us?
It didn't start today. I was somewhere. I think I went to buy groceries, and this guy walked in and was talking to the owner of the shop. And he said he had left. I have left the. The woman said, I don't see you around again. Yes. Then he said that he left the fuel station. That means there is no money.
Mm.
Because you see, if you're buying fuel at the pump now, you're very alert. It's not beans, it's not small money. So you're there making sure that they serve you well. In fact, if they're dispensing your fuel, you find people are looking at the meter and making sure that the fuel attendant is not holding the pump.
Right.
Haven't you noticed?
Right. Certainly.
Why? You must have, because when they hold the pump, they put some air, put some fuel. So at the end, while the meter is reading, at the end of the day, you don't get the full measure that you are paying for. So you ask them, please leave the meter, let the thing run on its own. And also, everybody just wants to get rich. And by getting rich, I wonder what After getting all the wealth, what do we do with it? We want to go to parties, we want to spray, it has become a culture. We want to spray, you want to show off, you want people to see that our no one in bed.
Right.
And it goes on and on. Let our leaders start. Tinubu said, let the masses breathe. Please, our leaders should let us breathe. They should stop amassing wealth for themselves. And I tell you, we need to be very compassionate. And I think the things that are happening now is actually making us, I hope it's not making us harder in the way we treat each other. But I tell you, even business, even fuel stations are shouting. Schools are crying. Schools do not even increase school fees. I'm telling you, when overhead costs of running schools have increased. Why? There is fear. You look at the people that are going to pay the school fees for their children, and you know their salary too has not been increased. There is nothing elastic now. So it's getting to a point that I cannot come and kill myself. And you just do your bit and do what you can. But I think as a nation, we need to have a rebirth. We need to have a rethink. And I think this should start from the top down.
All right. We will take another headline now. This is a comment from the former senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Laolu Akande. He's made some statements recently urging President Bola Tinubu to urgently address duplication of some portfolios assigned to recently appointed ministers. He said that the president has to clarify certain portfolios, like the innovation and social development, which, according to him, could cause friction among ministers. He said we have the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. We also have another Minister for Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy. Yeah, that's something that has to be sorted out, he says.
Everybody needs to talk to remain relevant. Yes, I think they should sort that out, because it even in the whole of the ministerial, in fact, the nomenclature of ministerial positions, there's so many overlaps. Many of them are overlapping. Communication and information. Information is part of communication, and vice versa. They are intertwined.
Right.
I wonder how the two of them are in different ministries. I know the number one complaint when the list of ministers came out was that there are too many ministries and we're having a bloated Federal Executive Council. I don't know why that happens, but it is what it is. And yes, I think they need to look into that. But you see, some of these things they know, and who out of the ministers will be asked to step down now? Marine and blue economy is what? Should be under agric. Yeah.
Okay.
You have some areas of it that are not agricultural, but blue economy majorly is, and it could have been split. The energy side of it. What do you mean by blue economy? Blue economy is the oceans and the marines. So marine is water. Blue economy is water. Those two words, what are they? Manipulation of words and flowery language.
Right.
Marine and blue economy. Blue economy, it has to do with the oceans. Marine economy. Thank you. But we're a nation that we like flowery language without a flowery life. It's sad.
Okay, we'll pick up another headline now. We will review judges' salary to fight corruption. That's coming from Mr. President now. He has promised that his administration will deal with the issue of judiciary remuneration review to combat corruption. I believe, of course, that's an upward review. What do you think that the effect of this, would this have the desired effect that Mr. President is looking for? And, just your general thoughts on the headline.
I just wish that we'll think about the masses of Nigeria. A corrupt judge, give him times 10 of his salary, would be corrupt. And that's just my take. A corrupt judge, times 10 of his salary, somebody is going to give him more than whatever you are giving him. What are we thinking about the common man on the streets? What palliative are we giving? And sincerely, you just want to pamper a few at the detriment of the masses. We're thinking judges, we're thinking members of the National Assembly, and somebody even came on air to say, do they expect them to use their money to run the government? After fleecing the national economy so much, what are we doing for the common man? We're just thinking the judges, the members of the executive. Now we have 48 ministers. We have how many judges all over the place? It's just sad. Everybody just looks to be comfortable without making the common man, comfortable. The common man is paying for the lifestyle of the few already rich, fat members of the Nigerian nation. It's not fair. We need to think. If he settles sincerely, I think it's becoming a settlement syndrome. Settle the National Assembly. They have money to do, they have prayers, Abi, Kenny.
Right.
They have prayers to go on vacation. How many masses can even go to Lagos now? Let them think about the masses and stop thinking of settlement of the people that are going to, quote and unquote, give them smooth running at the national level. It's not fair. Let's think the masses. Let the masses breathe for once. I love that statement, but I would rather see an implementation of that statement than just mere rhetorics and words.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So let's take this one. We have a commercial in about 1 minute to 2 minutes, but quickly, I'd like to get your thoughts on this one. Your policies will destroy Nigeria if not revised. Ahmed Gumi is in the news. He's warned that some of the policies of the present administration, led by the president, are capable of destroying the nation if not revised. There was a recent video released on his Facebook page where he said those things, and he also mentioned something about the president being surrounded by sycophants, depending on sycophants with his policies and all of that. Your take?
It's natural. Every leader is usually surrounded by sycophants. That's it. I just wish that Sheikh Gumi had been more specific in the policies that he's talking about. But
I believe it has to do with policies surrounding the economy, and
yeah,
yes.
so many policies have been churned out in recent times. The number one being the removal of fuel subsidy, which was the first thing that the president actually did. That was necessary. But sincerely, somebody said, kill corruption. Sincerely, these things are mainly against the masses. And I'm telling you, when you push people to the wall and there's nowhere to go, they're going to come back for you.
Right.
We need to be careful.
Okay.
I align with the statements, but not entirely. Because at times, you see, let me tell you, Nigerians, when they are also falling out of relevance, they have a way of coming out and beginning to talk their own. It's not about the masses. It's not, it's not about the masses.
All right.
All these statements from all these people coming out to talk.
Okay. I have to go on a commercial break now. We'll pick it up from there after these commercials. Stay with us.
FM 94.9.
Hallelujah. The grace of God is about to shine through in your life again. All you need to do is just be a part of the special pilgrimage to Israel as led by Christian Drama Ministries under the banner of youfitfly.com. Benny.
Monday 19 títí di 26 September 2023.
Yóò ṣàrà ọ̀tọ̀ láyé onípojìpò tó bá bá wa rìnrìn àjò mímọ́ lọ sórílẹ̀-èdè Israeli lábẹ́ àgbáríjọpọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèré onígbàgbọ́ Christian Drama Ministries. Lára àwọn gbajúgbajà òṣèré onígbàgbọ́ táwọn rìnrìn àjò náà ni evangelist Ayọ̀bámi Adégbóyèga, Adéníkẹ́ Efásíkù, Kọ́ládé Ṣẹ́gun Ọ̀kẹ́owó, Ṣọlá Mike Agboola, Professor Fèyí Adépọ̀jù tó fi mọ́ Yẹmí Adépọ̀jù fúnra ẹ̀ àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òṣèré ajínrere. A jẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹni tó ti ń jàrọ̀kọ̀ ìrìn àjò mímọ́ lọ sórílẹ̀-èdè Israeli pẹ̀lú àǹfààní àti farakínra pẹ̀lú àwọn àgbà òṣèré onígbàgbọ́ wọ̀nyí. Àǹfààní ti ṣí sílẹ̀ báyìí.
We are located at Block 8, Plot 15, 7 Up Road, Olúyọ̀lé Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. 0901 111 1190.
You can't afford to be left out.
yé náwó dànù láì kéré.
Sporting Crystal àti ikọ̀ rẹ̀ ń pè yín.
sọ̀wédowó lẹ́tọ̀ fáwọn tó mẹ́nu ẹ̀.
láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ Saturday 8 a.m.
sọ̀wédowó ìfà falafala.
For the top 10 banging songs across Nigeria,
Top 10 super songs across Africa.
the Top 10 Countdown is your show.
Saturdays 12 to 1 p.m. with Danica and King Kenny.
Ọlọ́run bàbá lọ́la.
ìròyìn ìṣàgbára mi àti àánú ti 1930. táyé fọ́nrẹ́rì ẹ̀ lókè òye. lọ́sẹ̀ jẹ́rẹ́ ní ti 2023 yìí ti máa ṣẹlẹ̀. nínú ìpàdé májẹ̀mú yẹn ni 72 hours God September edition. pẹ̀lú ọlọ́run nínú ayé wòlíì Táíwò Òjó bàbá ìsọjí orí afẹ́fẹ́. When I look more closely. nígbà tí mo wò fílà kórí eléyìísà. látọjọ́ Friday 8 di Sunday 10 September. gbogbo ẹrù ogun tí kì í ṣe ti ẹ̀ táyé dìlé olórí. ní májẹ̀mú àánú lórí wòlíì. Táíwò Òjó máa sọ kalẹ̀. ọkọ̀ tayọ ọlọ́run máa lo evangelist Adélakùn bàbá ayé wa. dídè mi ọlọ́ba. ìlà ìjà kẹtọ́ ni ọlọ́run sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Táíwò Òjó bàbá sọ́jú orí afẹ́fẹ́. wọ́n máa sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. látàgọ́ mẹ́sàn-án òwúrọ̀. lọ́jọ́ Friday 8. tá a bá ti wọnú àdúrà ìdájí lọ́jọ́ Monday la máa ṣorí ọ̀fẹ́. láti wọ́rọ̀ ọdún Ìbàdàn. tó bá sì jẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun òṣèjẹ́rẹ́ ni ẹ máa bọ̀. Mercy County CAC májẹ̀mú àánú. fúnrọ̀lẹ́wọ́ àdúrà 0063198600. ọkọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ máa wà ní ìwọ́rọ̀. challenge àti ọjọ́.
òǹwòye kan Robert Greene ló sọ̀rọ̀. ó ní ká mọ̀ nǹkan dúdú kì í ṣe nípa ẹ̀bùn àbí ọgbọ́n inú nìkan. ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú bá a ti ń lo àkókò ẹni àti àyè tá a fún ìyà ìmọ̀ kan. ṣé wọn náà wá dángájíá nínú àwọn ayò bíi chess, ludo, scrabble, draught tàbí ayò ọlọ́gbọ́n? a jẹ́ pé ìwọ gan lè yíwà fún. dájọ́ ìfẹ́ àti Midas Casino ti jẹ́ pẹpẹ bọ́ọ̀lù master 2023. ẹ jọra ṣàṣà wá gba fọ́ọ̀mù yín pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì náírà ní 32 FM àjàkẹ́rì Cocoa House nìbàdàn tàbí kí ẹ kàn sójú òpó ayélujára www.32fm.com.ng/boardmaster láti forúkọ sílẹ̀. ẹ̀bùn owó wà láti fi ṣèfàjẹ́ tó fi mọ́ tẹlifíṣàn, rechargeable fans, clippers, blenders àti oríṣiríṣi àwọn ẹ̀bùn mìíràn.
ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù kẹsàn-án.
ọdún yìí ni ìdíje náà yóò wáyé agogo 9 òwúrọ̀ ní Midas Casino tó wà ní number 44 Awolowo Road lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Sluggers ní Bódìjà Ìbàdàn. Midas Casinos ló ṣagbátẹrù boardmasters tọdún ní ìkànnì ẹ̀dá nìbọ̀ṣọ́lú ló jẹ́ pẹpẹ.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ pè sórí 09132100168 tàbí sórí 08152831139.
Boardmasters 2023 ẹ jẹ́ ká fàgbà hànra wa.
When the big names talk, they talk to us. Join Golabo Famous School and her team of panelists on the podium.
By 9 a.m. every Saturday for a deep dive into trending political and socio-economic issues.
130 successful Canadian visas and counting in 2023 alone. We are A3 Immigration and we mean business. A3 Immigration Incorporation is a Canadian-based immigration corporation licensed to help individuals transform Canada into their home sweet home, just as we did for Shalewa.
Hi, my name is Shalewa. Thanks to A3 Immigration, Nova Scotia, Canada is my new home.
Congratulations. Me, this message, congratulations.
With Canada Regulatory Council membership number R707544, A3 Immigration has a wide variety of expertise in all areas related to Canadian immigration. Our sister company, Bigger International Consult, is also available for your work or study needs in the United Kingdom. To get started, call or chat 0913 660 1125, 0913 660 1125, or visit a3immigration.com. A3 Immigration, making Canada your new home.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, we open the phone lines now. 0705 5949, 0809 7949. Let's have your thoughts and your reactions to the headlines out of the newspapers this morning. We're live on Facebook. That's facebook.com/32FM949 Ibadan. And on Facebook, let's quickly take some messages here. From Facebook. I'll start off with this one. Okediran Babatunde says constituency allowance is part of dividends of democracy, but some of our politicians are buying Okadas, sewing machines, etc. for their party cronies as constituency projects. This is not expected of them. Okay. Another one says we're looking forward to functional refineries come this December. Hopefully they'll keep the promise that it will not be like Dangote refinery commissioned, but remains non-functional. Take another message here. Your Fagbimi says Ahmed Gumi has said the truth. Tinubu did not prepare anything, but just to grab power. His policies are already destroying Nigeria and killing Nigerians. Subsidy removal without refinery in place is insensitive. Tinubu should return petrol price back to 150 naira before we believe him that the refinery is working. Okay, also another message here. Falaye John says Nigerians need better service from his service providers. Things are not working fine. Let's be honest here. We can achieve this. Live and let live, he says. All right, another message here. Shola Ojo, Tinubu is adding more pains for Nigerians. This government in power, and their party cannot be trusted. Subsidy removal by Tinubu is wickedness. Peter Obi and Atiku cannot remove subsidy like this, and fuel can never be 600 naira under them. Price of petrol should be returned back to where Tinubu met it before we believe him, he says. Okay, 0705 5949, 0809 7949. I still have Doctor with me on the phone lines. Quickly, we'd like to touch on this one with you, Doc, as regards the story out of the UK about some scam artists, some scammers really, who were said to have taken some caregivers from here to the UK. Let's have your thoughts on that.
This one that you just talked about now is a trending story. A video came out of the UK, a documentary actually, about Nigerians stranded is the word in the UK, having been trafficked from here, paying so much as £10,000, £12,000, fleeced by their own people. You know, the Nigerians, wherever we are, we understand scam big time, and we understand the vulnerability of the average Nigerian. I think we need to begin to have mind re-engineering, even at a personal level. I wonder why, and so many people fell for this, that any route at all, even if they had said, oh, come on, we're going to, they just didn't put the word slave. But really, those things are like saying, let's employ you to be slaves. It's sad, but that's literally what they did. Employ people to be carers. Then you get there and you realize that all you're going to be doing is handling sick people, old people, and you paid so much to do that. Because some people wanted to make money. The whole of UK is flooded now with Nigerians who have been scammed out of their hard-earned money. And come to think of it, the typical Nigerian common man is not even thinking about it. If he's thinking about it, can he afford it? So it's even how many people can even raise ₦1 million? Talk less of raising £10,000, and they raised all that, took loans, gave it to people to relocate, and now stories that touch are coming out of the UK. Our government needs to help us, sincerely. Our government needs to help the masses. We need to have proper, serious media campaigns against this. But you don't just do media campaigns. You need to make the nation livable and enjoyable for the people. Nobody wants to. I tell you, if you look at the weather, 3/4 of Nigeria will not leave the shores. Even those that left in the days of Andrew checking out. 3/4 of them would not have left this nation. But because things have never been easy in this country, our government needs to do better. We need to make Nigeria a place, a safe haven for Nigerians to live in. Some people left for, let's just go for 5 years and get comfortable and come back. How many of them are back? 30, 40 years. You hear Jackpa all over the place. You hear Jackpada. Some people Jackpadad. And when they go back here, the hostile environment, they Jackpa again. Jackpa times Jackpa. Jackpa all over the place.
All right.
Our government needs to make things good at home. Sincerely.
Okay.
These stories that touch shouldn't be our portion. It is sad. It is sad. Wealthy Nigerians, these Nigerians that left were wealthy. Now they have turned to beggars, going to food banks, collecting food stamps.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, Doc. We have to wrap up now. Quickly on Facebook, I have a couple of messages to take. Dexy, biologist, says Tinubu deceived Nigerians again during his campaign that they should allow Nigerians to breathe and not suffocate us. But now he's the one suffocating Nigerians by increasing everything. The tribunal should please deliver Nigeria, he says. Tulu Lokwadeyemi says, hello, Kenny. The news surrounding the exiting multinational companies and high operating cost, yes, is not a good one because this will again add to the rate of unemployment in the country, and this is as a result of leadership failure. The people in the government must, as a matter of urgency, look into this and put in place enabling environment for businesses. That's where I'll put a stop to that particular one. Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Fashola, this morning. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, that's where we call it a wrap on the Papers Review. The Papers Review will be back your way on Monday, bright and early 6:30 a.m. I'm Kenny Durotilu. Have yourself a lovely Saturday.